Okay, George, 4-0 victory over Lewes. What did you make of it today?
Again, it's another good step towards the right direction when we look at the team, how it's gelling together in terms of the squad, the personnel, but also looking at how the units complemented each other in terms of how we move the ball, we try to break the lines quicker, and then it's all about building, maintaining that possession, but then in the final third, we're asking our players, how can we create, can we score a goal? And we saw a lot of that today. But again, it's come from a solid base of organisation behind the ball. So yeah, it's a good step towards the right direction.
Some neat touches and some good moves I thought in the final third today. And it's always helpful when you can utilise the squad a little bit more from Tuesday. I mean, you can see there's plenty of goals going forward, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. We try to put a squad that we can obviously choose from, and then we can obviously give players a rest so they can recover properly. Everyone, I've always said pre-season is about looking at the minutes. It's about ensuring that players are topping up their minutes, getting fitter, making sure that we're going into the season at not peak level, but at just the right levels of fitness. And it was a good test to us again today in Lewes. Another different opposition that comes, they like to play as well. So it gives us food for thought, and we ask the players to make the right decisions. Either are we pressing or are we delaying the attack to ensure that we're not getting picked out, especially in the pivot area. But for the discipline within the team was good. We always talk about trying to build that clean sheet mentality. The clean sheet doesn't just come from the back five or the back six, including the keeper, or the back four. It comes from everyone that is on the pitch at that particular moment in time, but also the players that are on the bench. So it's about that fitness. We've had our last friendly now. We got to look at the week ahead to make sure we prepare right for what's going to be the big kickoff against a good side in Slough.
I mean, are you pleased, obviously, with the progress that's been made over pre-season, or is there still things that maybe you could feel like they could need to be worked on before we go into the first game next week?
We always look at things to work on. Pleased that we finished up our pre-season program now. We can focus more on the real games, where it all matters in terms of 3 points, 1 point, and also a loss. We're going to find out about ourselves once the season starts. Again, let's not forget the players are still gelling. They're a new group. They're still learning each other. But it's just to see how, in a short space of time, we've managed to obviously get them heading towards the right direction where we want us to be. It's lots of positives.
I mean, a couple of players not involved today, Devontae and Sam Bone as well. Are they just precautionary, is it, for next week, is it?
Yeah, we've always said about, obviously, with players, if they're feeling any niggles, we don't take the risk. That's why we're trying to build a squad that everyone is going to be involved, including some of our able academy players who have come in today. Again, I go say their names. Riley, Tyler, they've done fantastic in terms of Elliot as well. He's played a couple of times for us. So it's about making sure we can dip in with these players and making sure we keep educating them. I'll keep going back to the model here at this football club. There's a new model at this football club, and I'm going to stick to those philosophies. We are going to stick to those models, and we'll keep building. We'll keep building. It's not a quick fix. It's a long-term project here. It's not a short-term. So, yeah.
It's good to see Chi out there for the first time as well during pre-season. Sports obviously got to see some of the quality he has, and you find very quickly that he's a very good communicator at the back as well, which is quite helpful for some of the younger defenders that are in the squad at the moment.
Yeah, it's not just Chi, but it's obviously the defenders in terms of the keeper as well, that leads it from the back, making sure everyone is communicating within the units is important, because it helps. It makes everyone's job a little bit easier, and it motivates everyone. When you're hearing that voice behind you, giving you the right information, it makes a whole lot of difference, and it just encourages you a little bit better to go and try to retain that ball back from the opposition. So it was good to see Chi. Again, there's plenty of work. He's got some minutes now. He's got a taste of it. Like I've said on Tuesday night, we have to make sure we manage our players right, and it's no different. So it's a long whole season ahead of us. It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So there's plenty of games to be played throughout the season, and we need to manage the squad and manage it right.
I mean, that's the marathon starts obviously next Saturday against Slough. I think they've invested a bit in the squad this year. It's going to be a very tough test, and that. And obviously, it'd be good to see one of our regular crowds here as well for that game to hopefully see us get off to a good start.
You're always looking at, obviously, like I said, you love to get off to a good start. Everyone will find out about everyone in terms of Slough. We respect them in terms of our preparations. We're going to go about it like we've always done, and we'll know about them comes. A little bit about them comes end of the week, end of next week. It's important that we now look into the recovery process where we have to get our players recovered, give them a couple of days up to recuperate and regenerate so they can come back when we train next and make sure they'll be right for it. But everyone is invested. Everyone is invested in this league and the league above and the league below. So it's all about on the day. If the team tactics works, then the team that gets it right is going to be the ones that are happy. But I'm going to leave this with us. We are a team that wants to compete, and so far we're seeing signs of it, and we're going to have a team next week that's going to compete, and then we'll go from there.
Well, thanks for your time, George. Speak again next Saturday.
Thank you very much.